Watch this majestic mountain range as birds take flight into the morning sky. We have a hardwired instinct to admire beauty, scale, and power. We spend our days pouring this admiration into the physical world. We constantly praise other people, luxurious modern homes, careers, and lifestyles. But directing all of our wonder toward temporary things leaves us exhausted, envious, and locked in a constant feeling of deprivation. The Islamic practice of Tasbeeh offers a direct solution. It takes that exact same human instinct, the innate urge to marvel at something, and deliberately redirects it away from the creation, pointing it entirely toward the Creator. By making this deliberate shift of focus, the very habit that causes our daily anxiety becomes the exact mechanism that builds lasting internal peace. Think of this process like calibrating a compass. Before you can begin moving forward, you have to establish true north. As you see on this path, the first step is internalizing the absolute rule established in the opening of Surah Fatiha. All praise is for Allah. Every form of genuine admiration belongs exclusively to Him. Your capacity for admiration is a deliberate tool. Allah designed your mind to recognize greatness, providing the exact ability needed to recognize Him. Therefore, when you direct your praise toward Allah, you operate exactly as you were designed to. This diagram illustrates our internal state when we prioritize the physical world. We load our minds with chaotic metrics like status and luxury, and our internal balance tips heavily under the weight of material achievements. Notice how these shapes fracture into an endless loop. Every time we observe and praise someone else's worldly possessions, we generate a new desire for ourselves, trapping our minds in a cycle of wanting more. The things we obsess over often look appealing on the surface, but processing them internally creates severe psychological distress and deep dissatisfaction. You cannot connect clearly with the Creator while your mind is completely occupied by the exhausting noise of what other people own or achieve. Actively turning your attention away from these material distractions is a required step. You must reject the noise of worldly praise before experiencing the clarity of true Tasbeeh. Once your mind is clear, you realize you are not practicing this alone. When you perform Tasbeeh, your voice joins an ongoing universal chorus. The Quran tells us that the angels who carry the throne of Allah, the mountains, birds, and every element on earth are constantly engaged in His praise. Look at the sheer scale of this ocean. Allah tells us in Surah Kaf that if the sea became ink to write the glorious words of your Lord, the entire vast ocean would dry up before His praises were finished. Because His attributes are completely limitless, practicing Tasbeeh provides an inexhaustible, eternal source of reflection that will never leave you feeling empty. Let's put this into active practice. This central node represents divine unity. As we map out Allah's attributes, we will build a structure to anchor your focus. First, acknowledge His infinite reach. He is the one whose mercy and knowledge encompass every single thing in existence. Next, internalize His absolute presence. He is the first and the last, the manifest and the hidden. See how the pattern expands outward. This reflects His absolute sovereignty over the physical universe. To Him alone belongs the dominion of the heavens and the earth. Focus on His role as the ultimate creator. He is the one who originated all existence in perfect order, completely free of any flaw. Affirm His absolute independence. He provides perfectly for everything in creation, but He is completely free of all needs Himself. Reiterate His ultimate position. He brings life, He causes death, and He is the supreme sustainer and Lord of all worlds. Consistently reviewing these attributes provides a different lens for your surroundings. As you prioritize these concepts, the distractions of the material world lose their hold, replaced by a recognition of divine majesty. Engaging with this structure offers a practical way to manage where your attention goes. By choosing this perspective over worldly noise, you build a reliable path toward internal stability. Maintaining this aligned state builds a resilient baseline for your mind. When modern material desires try to overwhelm you, you now have a secure, healthy place to return to. As you see in this silhouette of reflection, We close by asking Allah for protection and afiyah, true encompassing well-being, asking Him to guide us safely through life's most difficult moments. True Tasbeeh is a continuous journey. It starts with us here in this world, and it continues perfectly into the next. Alhamdulillah.